I appreciate that. Could you all move forward for me, please? I know the tendency is to want to sit in the back, but we're going all in today. Who wants to go all in? All in. And I don't want weak, lukewarm. That's not how we do in these streets. I don't want weak and lukewarm. Queen? If you see some nice over you, go ahead and do that. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Keep coming up, keep coming up. I want to make sure we do this right. So even in pictures, it's got to look right. Okay. All right, y'all ready? Yeah. All right. Ladies, it's Valentine's Day. And you finally met the man of your dreams. You know what time it is. It's time to find some sexy lingerie to set the mood off nicely. But you weigh over 200 pounds. What's a big girl in the city supposed to do? Well, I don't know about y'all, but I went to Victoria's Secret and I found out they don't even make a bra in my size. So then I went to Ashley Stewart and Lane Bryant, and I didn't really like the selection. Finally, as a last resort, I went to Macy's, where my choices were black, beige, and white. Again, what's a big girl supposed to do? Well, that's why I created Curvy Girls Lingerie. At Curvy Girls Lingerie, we were the ultimate shopping experience for full-figure divas and plus-size fashionistas. Now, I know what you're thinking. But let me be clear. There are over 40 million women, size 14 or larger, in the United States, just like me, and we all want pretty underwear. You know, that red, hot, sexy, and fresh stuff. But here's another question you may have. Where them dollars at? In our first 6 months of operations, we crossed 6 figures with our innovative website, www.curvygirlslingerie.com. And girls is with a Z, not an S. Got to keep it urban, funky, and what? Fresh. And then we created our own direct home party sales model. So we had women purchasing from us and showcasing our lingerie to their network. Yeah, Black Girl did that. Black Girl Magic all day. Do you hear me though? And then we had the audacity to go on a nationwide tour because people were trying to tell us that women with a little bit more meat on their bones, no one cares about. However, I was dating a very famous Hollywood actor. May the Lord rest his soul. Very famous Black Hollywood actor who liked me and loved me at 327 pounds. I don't know about y'all, but I was flued out like an Instagram thotty on set, looking good. Do you hear me though? So I knew that there were other women who were going through the same problem, and there were other women who didn't even know that they deserved beautiful things. So that's why I created Curvy Girls Lingerie. And when they told me I was too fat, too black, and didn't have an Ivy League degree, they didn't understand that I had a law degree, and I passed the New York State bar on my first try. Award-winning attorney. Been speaking since I was 16, thank you. 16 years old in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm from the Show Me State. I don't know about these other people, but I can show you better than I can tell you. So Sharks, I don't know, you done already seen the rest, now you've seen the best. They call me Precious Williams. I am the proud founder and CEO of Curvy Girls Lingerie, the ultimate shopping experience for full-figure divas and plus-size fashionistas and the female MacGyver business, because I did that. Thank you. So the reason why I wanted to share that with you all is because as we are pitching our way through explosive holiday sales, I wanted to share with you what happened to me years ago. I started Curvy Girls Lingerie in 2011, 10 years ago. I was an attorney and people kept saying, just do the attorney thing. Nobody cares about plus size women. I was like, but they gonna care about full-figure divas and plus-size fashionistas. When I said that on Shark Tank, do you know Mark Cuban said, you go, girl. And then when I said, okay, ladies, now let's get information, that door opened, my full-figure divas came out. Robert Herjavec said, watching you is like watching a master at their craft. So being told it would never happen to crossing 6 figures in less than 6 months and standing before people and saying, not only at 327 pounds did I matter, but whether I'm a $105 or 605, there's still value in me. And so when y'all can give it up because y'all know what time it is. But what was the lesson learned from that? And this helps with pitching your way through explosive holiday sales. How many of you are business owners in this room? Raise your hands. Raise it up high. Do you want to sell through the holiday season? I told you I don't do lukewarm, so I need y'all to act up. I'm that bad auntie you don't want around because you're going to act up. But I want you all to have explosive sales. And one of the things that holds a lot of us back is the language that we use when we talk about our companies. So what was Mark Cuban, Damon John, girl, the drip was so nice. The drip was nice. But when I went into the tank, they didn't know I was a 13-time national elevator pitch champion. They didn't know that I had already been around the world. I was on CNN, Wall Street Journal, Forbes. They didn't know all of that. All they knew was there was a plus-size woman standing in front of them who became a full-figure diva right before their eyes. And so the one thing I want you all, when we talk about pitching, does anybody know what pitching is? Does anybody know? Can I get I need 3 volunteers. I need you to stand on your feet if you're going to be one of the volunteers. Before we even go there, Queen, because you already starting off right. But I want your name, and if you have a company, to say what it is.
My name is Elizabeth Wilkins. I don't have a company.
It's all good.
I came to hear what you had.
I'm with it. What is a pitch?
But the best that I know is to sell what it is that you have, to get someone to be interested in what it is that you have to offer.
Yes.
The best that you have to get them at all costs. I want what you got. Tell me how to get it.
I know. I want what you got. You need to tell me how to get it. Clap for the heavyweight champ, y'all. Congratulations on being the first volunteer. Who's my second volunteer? All right. You in the purple.
I'm Penny Burr, and I was introduced myself as Penny the Bra Lady so I can relate. I sell essential body wear, and I offer a product that women want and need, and a dying service women really want.
Right.
So give them that 30 to 60 seconds max of what you do.
Okay. I love what you said. Clap for the heavyweight champ. And I saw one more. I know I'm looking at you. I saw you raise your hand. Yes.
I am Kristen Hines, behind the scenes guru of iSky VP, your one-stop shop for real estate, media, and drone and photography business.
Yes. And what is a pitch?
What is a pitch? Selling your business like that.
Okay. So I like to clap for the heavyweight champ. The reason why I'm asking you all this question is because you can watch Shark Tank all day long and still not know how to pitch. A pitch is a short, brief way of introducing your book, your brand, your business, your product, or your service to who you're hoping is an interested party. Why? Because you want them to take the next step with you, whether it's to sign that contract, whether it's to get to that next meeting, whether it is to check out your website to see what do you offer and how does it affect their network. You don't want to just be pitching just to be pitching. What goals do you have ahead of you? And so when we're talking about pitching your way through explosive holiday sales, the reason why this is so important to understand pitching is because there are multiple types of pitching. There's elevator, which you say at networking events. And I know some of y'all that been at networking events, everybody sounds the same, and you're like playing with your phone because you even on virtual, and you're like, I don't even want to hear this right now. So what are you going to say to get people to be like, ooh, in the inbox, like, yo, can we talk? Yeah, we can talk. We can talk more bucks. Yes. Then you have your media pitch. Who wants media attention for their company, which they know is going to lead to sales? Y'all being quiet. You know I don't do that. Okay. So how do you attract media? How do you attract them? Then you have the investor pitch. Who needs investors to invest in their company to take it to the next level? I saw your little hand raised. I see you back there. Then you have sales pitches. Then you have interview pitches. And how many of us are speakers? How many of us are speakers in the room? Do y'all need speaker speech? Y'all need speaker pitches because you want to be paid for speaking, right? How many times do they come to speakers and like, oh, well, we don't have a budget. Well, then you don't have me. Like, I'm not understanding what this is. I put in time, work, effort, and energy, and I'm a lawyer. Like, I'm need where the coins at, where them dollars at, where them dollars at. So, where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside. You all do me a favor before I go over 5 tips that are going to help you pitch your way to holiday sales. Take out your phones. You can do it while I'm talking. It's okay. Go to this website, pitchingforprofit.com. Pitching forprofit.com. It's my free 6-question quiz. No matter where you are in your pitching journey, whether you're thinking about having a company to whether you have a mature company, this is going to show you how to take where you are to where you want to be. Y'all can take the quiz. I'm not mad if you on your phone taking the quiz. I'm fine with that. So let's get into it. Y'all want to know where the money resides this holiday season? Yeah. Y'all want to know where the money resides this holiday season? Yeah. All right. Okay, so number one. What challenge or problem does your target market have? And I know a lot of us love to, give what our solution is. We can do this and that. But what actual challenge or problem does your target market have? So you would think with me, I was like, oh, everybody wants to know how to pitch. No, I started asking. And what I learned is people couldn't even pitch because they couldn't figure out how to confidently ask for the sale. So people needed to know how to have rock star confidence to be able to publicly speak before they could even go into pitch mode. So because I asked the question, I realized that pitching only sounds cool if people think they're going on Shark Tank. But if they understand that there are 6 different types of pitches and you need to have all of them in your arsenal, and to understand you have different audiences, you need to know how to just be on point at all times. So ask yourself, what problem or challenge does your target market have in their language, not yours? I know some of us we all up here. Break it down to that 6th grade level. Number 2, what is your unique solution? Now you're like, oh, we all unique. Let me tell you something. When I said full-figure divas and plus-size fashionistas, when I said there are over 40 million women, size 14 or larger in the United States, just like me, and we can't find pretty underwear, that told you what the problem was and how many women, we were struggling in these streets. We thought we had to wear muumuus. But when you talk about red hot, sexy, and fresh, and you dating a very famous Hollywood actor, I know y'all want to know who he is. He's deceased, but I know y'all want to know. Yeah. And he wanted me at that size. Didn't want me to lose weight. Jigga who? Jigga what? So what is your unique solution? And that's what they ask on Shark Tank. That's what they ask in the media. That's what your prospects are asking for. What is so unique about what you're bringing to the table? Number 3, how many of y'all know Kanye West? Woo! So y'all know I always call it be on your Kanye flex. Whether you like him or not, you can never just call him a rapper. You can never just call him a producer. He is a creative director, a designer. He can sell out stadiums for an album that didn't even release yet. That tells you that he understands media, he understands marketing, he understands pitching. He understands that. So what do you bring to the table that no one else can? That's why I can always tell you I'm a 13-time national champion. In my 2nd pitch on national television, walking away with $500,000 when there's no money in the bank. What? It's because pitching is life. And when you understand, you need to flex on people because they will try to lump you in with everybody else. What truly makes you different? No one cares that I went to law school until they need to know I went to law school. But what they do need to know, how do you get in all of these things? It's because I am who I say I am. You don't have to trust me. Go to my LinkedIn profile and see over 175 testimonials in the last year and a half alone. And it's not just from the LinkedIns and Googles and the Microsofts of the world. It's from the Federal Reserve Bank. It's from Intuit QuickBook. It's from my newest client, Yelp. How did I get that? I'm black. Y'all see me, I'm black on both sides, right? Do I look ambiguous? Do I have a Brazilian butt lift? Do I have 6-pack? I know y'all looking like, nah, she ain't got none of that. Why is that? Because I'm on my Kanye all day. So you have to choose to stand out. And is it gonna be hard? Your haters gonna come for you. Make it worth their while. What did Bonnie Raitt say? Give them something to talk about. Number 4, we all know you should have a call to action. Everybody knows that. But very few of us tell people what we need them to do after they hear us. You can be in a conversation chopping it up at Whole Foods with the cashier, just running your mouth. Am I on good time, Queen? Okay, I'm looking, I'm like, okay. Chopping it up, talking about my book, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, and just blah, 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 blah. Didn't know a woman was listening to me, and she said, "You from Missouri?" I said, "Yeah, I'm from St. Louis." She said, "I'm from Kansas City." So, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, She was like, "I heard Bad Bitches and Power Pitches." I said, "Yeah, that's my newest book. It's my first book. It's coming out." She's like, "Can I get that LinkedIn?" So we doing the LinkedIn thing. Next day, she ordered a box of my books. And I'll never forget that because she was the CEO of a company in New York and she wanted her women employees to buy it. I'm chopping it up with the cashier. What does the cashier have to do with anything? The cashier was just like, oh yeah, I want that book now, you know. Why is that? So what's the call to action? So either I'm telling this cashier, you need to get up on it, about to drop this book, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People are always listening. Give them something to listen to. If people are gonna be all in your business, drop it on them. Drop it on them. Do you want them to go to your website? Do you want them to check out your book? Do you want them to book a session? Be clear. And as a side part of that, always make the big ask, y'all. You don't know who's listening who can just drop a check on you. You don't know who's listening that can put you right in media. You do not know that. I had no idea my first pitch would get me on MSNBC's Your Business with JJ Ramberg. I had no idea at the time that I was the first African American, period, who was on that show. And I was setting something up because when you don't see representation, you think it can't be done. When I finished pitching in 54 seconds, the host said that was one of the finest pitches we've ever had in the history of this show. I was 327 pounds with a mohawk. I know y'all know, ridiculous, but they loved it. So don't be afraid to wear your freak flag. Don't be afraid to say things. If they gotta clutch the pearls, keep clutching them. People told me no one would ever buy my book, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches. Oh, it's too crass, even though I'm a 13-time champion. And I said, even if you think it's urban lit, it's damn good. And if Forbes can write about it, I don't know them writing about it lit like that. It is litty though, but it is business lit. And this book went on #1. And I was so stunned when I saw my billboard in Times Square with me in this book. I was like, I can't believe this happened. And finally, for some of you who, you're in this room and how do you approach people? How do you really do it? Start off with a question, a startling statistic, or a quote. What you want to do is you want to throw people off guard because they're used to, my name is this is what I do. Ain't nobody listening because don't nobody care. You know why they care? You know when they're going to care? When you interrupt the pattern. So even in your social media post, it's not about buying your stuff all the time. Give them a little taste of who you really are. Be on your Kanye flex, and sometimes don't be on your Kanye flex. Raise your hand if you've ever done something, made a mistake, and just were like, it's all over. Raise your hands if you've ever made a mistake and you thought it was all over. In 2016, I was on Shark Tank. Killed the game. Killed it, murdered it, like just sliced and diced. Love of my life died. My business partner and I got into it really, really bad. I became a severe alcoholic. I lost that big life. I lost it. Tried to take my life on my 38th birthday. And I stand before you all today. It's been 4 years later. He didn't take my life. He said, the fat lady didn't sing. And I was in a program for 2 years, a Christ-centered life transformation program. And they told me if I should just get a high-paying job. I wanted to be the killer pitch master because that's why he made me. And so when he gave me that second chance and all those doors that shut in my face, all the big-time people that said I'd never make it, had no idea that the second time around is even sweeter. Because I have no reason to put on airs in front of y'all. No reason. I'm having extensive dental work done. I'm flying all over the world doing things. And when I tell you, it's nothing to me because my job is to impact. I want y'all to have explosive sales because they told me I couldn't do it as a fat black woman. And even though no Ivy League degree, taught at Harvard. Why was that? Because I pitched my way into it. There is no one you can't get to, I promise you. I was in a movie with Sir Richard Branson and Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup for the Soul. Lived in Santa Monica, filmed in a mansion in Malibu, filmed in Milan, Italy. I'm a little girl from St. Louis, Missouri. It can be done. So keep focused. And again, what were the 5 things I told y'all? What were the 5 things I told y'all? Because don't be just listening to me. What were the 5? What's the challenge? What's the problem that your target market has? Number 2, what's your unique solution to it? You don't sound like everybody else. Number 3, where your Kanye flex on? You got to get that secret sauce out there. Number 4, what is it about that call to action? And sidebar, you need that big ask. And number 5, hit them with a question, a startling statistic, or a quote. You want to shock and awe, and now you got their attention. Am I on good time, Queen? Okay. So finally, we're about to have 10 minutes for questions, but I want to leave you all with this. If you want to pitch your way to explosive holiday sales, focus. Don't be afraid to be the bad bitch with the power pitch. Don't be afraid to be the bad man with the master pitch and plan. Your financial goals, you're taking care of your family, yourself, and everyone else. But don't be afraid to be what our king just said. Vulnerable, and let people know who you are. I started with nothing. I got it out the mud. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting on stages I never thought I could. I'm in front of Wall Street Journal and all these other people, and they're looking at me. And this wasn't supposed to be the story. But when you pitch your way to explosive sales, everyone comes. The media, all these people start coming. So I hope that you all learned some great lessons today. And who took my Pitching for Profit quiz? I'm gonna need y'all to do that now because we got 10 minutes. And finally, I have my 3 books, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for women entrepreneurs and speakers only. This book is about the psychology of pitching. So there are 7 branding personas in here. Some of you are ruled by power. Some of you are unstoppable. Some of you are deeply flawed. Some of you are ruled by numbers. Some of you are mysterious. Some of you are funny, and some of you are creative. Once you understand who you are, then you have the workbook, because no matter what kind of pitch you have, or no matter what target market you're in front of, you need to have different prompts to get you ready and primed to go anywhere and pitch. And yes, conversations are pitches too. They are. Finally, when you get your pitches together, who wants to monetize their network? Get them coin. Where the money reside? This book, Pitching for Profit, The Bad Bitches Playbook to Convert Conversations into Currency, teaches you how to build and rebuild your network. Because some of y'all are in networks that are stagnant, ain't nobody doing nothing, and everybody's looking at you for the answer. You need to be in bigger networks where people are higher than you, because they'll pull you up. But you've got to show them you have the talent, the skill set, and the ability. And also, raise your hands if you want people to pitch you in spaces you've never been. Y'all being quiet. Y'all know I don't do that. So the reason why I have these opportunities and my clients have these opportunities is because I show them how to pitch for profit. It's one thing to pitch for revenue. I want y'all to pitch for profit. I want y'all to be flued out like Instagram thotties or hunks or whatever they want to call for the men. And again, so my books are all available today at my table. They're even available here. And now we have time for questions. Who's ready?